The emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here. Zobu, zobu, reigning by master. Toya dike, Nenu dike. Toya dike, Nenu dike. Iye jamara dike, ruenu. Ekwe chenjigo. Iye jamara dike, ruenu. Ekwe dagarigo. We are going to step aside for the game changer. I tell you the truth, it doesn't, I don't care who you are. I don't get to go in my life. You see how they're messing them? Do you see how disgraceful? The emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here. Zobu, zobu, we are live and we are direct. You may not like it, and quite frankly, I if you like it, if you don't like it, it doesn't we are live and we are direct.
But there is one. But there is one thing I want all of us to understand this very evening. We are facing a very formidable array of enemies, both external and within. And we are going to overcome each and every one of these obstacles. That I can assure you, that they may know that the God we worship is an invisible God, not a God that was wrought by the hands of men. For we do not worship idol, and we can never ever worship idol. Is impossible. This very family, this IPOB, belongs to the Most High. Chukwu Kikabi Amapurumi Herin, and that is how it's going to be until Biafra comes and beyond to eternity. This evening, I want to place it on record that our enemies are intensifying their attack against us from every corner. I am not saying this as lamentation or complaint. I am only trying to prepare our people for what is to come. You are being prepared for what is to come. The time has come to separate the chaff from the wheat itself. Our march is very, very near. The enemies are trembling, they are quaking, they are doing all they can to try to stop us. But they have failed very woefully, and they will continue to fail. But I want to tell you that we are getting attacks from everywhere all over the world. And very soon, they will buy over some of you. Some of you, they will buy some of you over. The spirit of Oba Biasika and Ifajuna are still in some of you. When the time comes, they will buy you over. I am not doing this program tonight to ask all of you to be strong. I am doing it to remind you, not that if they succeed in buying you over, you're not going to stop what we're doing. You can't. You cannot. Not in a trillion years. But I need you to appreciate one very simple fact. That at the end of this very race, everybody will testify that indeed Chukwu Gikabiama, the same God of Israel, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the same God of Ehiri in Aguleri, the same God of Umweri, the same God of Ora-Eri, the same God of Owe-Eri, the same God of Arochukwu. Not to be no bad, the true God, one true God. You will know that indeed, not only is he omnipotent, that same God is the owner of this very agitation. No human being can stop it. We have enemies, and we need to be very, very careful, both within and without. Very, very careful. The next 2 weeks will be very pivotal. Next 2 weeks will be very, very important in the life, or should I say, in this very mission that we have embarked upon. The devil will do everything. And you are going to watch spectacularly how we are going to destroy and shame the enemy. That at the end, every glory and adoration will belong to God and not to man. Now let us go and tell you what is happening that some of you do not understand. I want those of you who are hardcore, those who were chosen before you were born. There were some people who were chosen before they were born to agitate for Biafra restoration. This is a message for you. Those who from their mother's womb they were born to do this very work. You must be very, very strong. Because Biafra will open the eyes of black people all over the world. Because Biafra will mean that blacks from America, blacks from the Caribbean, from Southern America, they will all flood into Africa. It will be like the time that Yeshua was born. Biafra is like a light, a beacon. They will follow it. They will say, let us go and see what is happening there. That is what these no-colonialists do not want. They don't want Biafra to come. I am telling our people so they understand. The mountains, I didn't say one mountain, the mountains in front of us that we need to overcome. And for us to overcome it, we need to be very strong mentally, mental strength. Just like when you're doing anything in life, and it appears as if you are being buffeted from everywhere. That is the time that you no longer rely on willpower or your muscles. You go to your brain to endure and to persevere and to keep going until you overcome. That is the stage we are in right now. To make sure that our brain is in gear to confront everything the Janjaweed has to throw at us. We don't have money. Their budget is over $20 billion to fight us. They can bribe Facebook. They can buy them off. They can do anything they like. They can come to some of you and bribe you off. They can promise you what you've never had before. They can give you maybe a house in Dubai. They can promise you a vehicle. They can tell you, oh, we'll make you vice president. They can promise you anything. to make sure that you're like them. But this very IPOB, this very hardcore is not going to move. And I will tell you why we can't move.
We have tried to live in Nigeria designed by Great Britain and handed to us. We have found it difficult to live in that Nigeria. We have fought a civil war, killed so many people, and still we have the same problems reoccurring. Perhaps the time has come to revisit the very foundations of Nigeria.
Are defending him.
That is it. Try God.
Are defending him. Fulani people are defending him. But you idiots from the south, from the east, you're talking rubbish about your one Nigeria. Whereas a terrorist, a killer, a murderer is in government as a minister. His own people are the people defending him. But you are in the south attacking those who are fighting for your freedom. And you're telling me that your brains are normal. Maybe that's your one Nigeria. Whereas a terrorist, a killer, a murderer is in government as a minister. His own people are the people defending him. But you are in the south attacking those who are fighting for your freedom. And you're telling me that your brains are normal. Maybe there's something in Suya, maybe in Kilishi, and in that cattle that they give to us to eat. There must be something fundamentally wrong with us as a people. Fundamentally wrong with us as a people. And we must confront it. And confront it we shall. These people lecturing us about no secession, you're destroying the country. You people, you Fulani idiots, you Fulani bigots, you Fulani impostors, you Fulani vagabonds are the same people that welcomed the rehabilitation of terrorists. You granted bandits, killers, murderers, and kidnappers amnesty. I want Obia not to listen. I want Tripas to listen. I want Tripas, this idiot, Sarikin Fulani of Imo State, Hope Usadema to listen very, very carefully. You people are fools because you cannot listen very well. The same people you're fighting for, killing your own people because of them, they are the ones rehabilitating, so they claim, putting the army that we have today. Somebody might come and say, you have given the order that the police and the army should be attacked. All those idiots. Some of you fools who cannot reason. We are not attacking any police. We are attacking the terrorists that they brought into the police and into the army. They are the ones killing our people. We must defend ourselves. You fools cannot reason very well. We are not fighting any standing or legally, properly constituted army or police. These are the same Fulani terrorists, murderers and killers. The same people that went in in Damaturu or wherever it is, killing and slaughtering Christians in droves. You fools that cannot reason. The same Boko Haram that has been killing, the same Fulani terrorists have been killing people. They are the ones now in the army. Did you not see them? Recruit them into the army? You're telling me we shouldn't fight them? These are terrorists in police uniform and army uniform. You're saying we should not fight them? Is that what you're saying? Are you that foolish? Are you that stupid? This same Fulani pontificating about peace and unity and anti-secession whatever garbage that they are pouring out of their useless, stinking janjaweed mouths. These same idiots, these same fools are the ones that rehabilitated Boko Haram. So they claim. These fools are the ones that granted amnesty to bandits. Now, let me surprise all of you. Surprise, surprise. Those that are giving amnesty to are Fulani terrorists, Fulani bandits, Fulani kidnappers, Fulani headsmen who are murderers and land-grabbing urchins. These are the people that are giving amnesty to. You people should reason. You zoo animals called Nigerians, reason for once. The hypocrisy in Fulani, their hypocrisy is astonishing. Hypocrites. Fulani, who is responsible for the state of almost anarchy in the zoo? Who is responsible for the hopelessness of the security framework of the zoo? Fulani, who is responsible for insecurity? Fulani, who are the bandits? Fulani, who are the terrorists in the zoo? Fulani, which people are going about slaughtering and taking over other people's farmlands? It is you. You people are the problem. Unfortunately, some idiots from the south cannot see it. You wanted to show us that you know how to write grammar, writing rubbish about one Nigeria. You are defending something that is indefensible. Indefensible. Indefensible, you fools. Some smelly rats, some smelly garbage, gutter, alamajiri, gutter. The lowest of the low. If it's one of those of their fools talking, I will even understand. From the gutter. Not contributed one single thing to the advancement of the zoo. Not one single contribution has the Fulani ever made. Tell me one national contribution that the Fulani has ever made to the advancement of the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. Just name one thing, absolutely nothing. They want power. Power and control of oil and gas. That's all they need. That's all they want. So they can run your lives for you and control your destiny. And you're not ashamed of yourself to claim that you're educated.
onye wee tụle ya onye si na agata anya ahụhụ ma ọ bụ na anyị fe arụsị anyị wee na-efe arụsị iwe were iwe gị na ọnụma gị wee bịa leta anyị ụmụ anyị wee na-anwụsị ụfọdụ nọ n'ụzọ ije ha anaghị alọta ụlọ ọzọ nne na nna wee na-ata ahụhụ wee na-ata ikikere eze nwaanyị kunie ka ọ gaa ubi gaa rụọ ọrụ Fulani chiri ehi bata ebe ala gịnị n'iyi okwu ebepụ ya isi anyị bụ ka anyị kpọkwa onye nwe anyị n'ugwu Awụsa ahụ ejide anyị wee gbuo ihe ọbụ anyị mara aka n'ime ha si maka ha aga n'ihu elekwa ọdụ ụgbọ mmiri n'igwe ọcha wee memiri agha nke dị na Kalaba otu aka ahụ anyị na-ala nsọ ebe Biafra bụ ndị kọstọm sokwenye anyị n'etiti anyị anọghị n'ime mmiri kama kọstọm juru ebe niile ha wee na-ata anyị ahụhụ anyị kwesị kpọta anyị ka kpọchie anyị kwesị kpọta anyị ka gbagbuo anyị onye nwe anyị na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe ọ bụ ụzọ dị anya ka isi wee bụ ndị iro anyị n'anya wee karịa ndị nke gị akwa anyị bụ ụmụ Chineke akwa ọba aha anyị ka anyị na-aza akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza ike Chukwu akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza amara Chineke akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Chisom akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Chizoba nna nke dị nsọ onye ime eluigwe dịka otu onye iro bi na anyị bụ ụmụ gị bịa ka iwe zọpụta anyị bịa ka iwe napụta anyị n'aka ajọ ihe bịa ka iwe lụọrọ anyị ọgụ bịa ka iwe dịtụ ozu ọ bụ ọkọwa mgbe emilere Goliath Chineke nna nke igwe wee memire Fero sikwa otu a mee ka Fero gbagụzọ n'ihu ụmụ ndị IPOB ka o wee taa akwụkwọ ikuni ụtọ ọzọ ị ga na-edu anyị n'ụzọ niile nke ezi omume ọ bụla adịghị na anyị na-aga ndagwurugwu onyinye ọnwụ ọ bụ gụ nwa bụ ekegere eluigwe n'ụwa nwunye ọbụla kere gị nweghị mmalite nweghị ọgwụgwụ kama anyị onwe anyị kwa anọkwa ahụ ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ n'ezie kama marakwa na okwu gị na-anọgide gị ego mgbe ebighị ebi ọ bụ ya mere anyị ji were gị n'anya isi anyị wee na-asị nna nke dị nsọ bịa ka iwe gosi anyị Biafra na ndụ na-abụghị n'ọnwụ bịa ka iwe mee ka ebe gị na amara gị wee kpuchiri anyị ka uwe bịa ka iwe zọpụta ndị nke gị bịa ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee bịa ka anyị na-ewetụta na nsọpụrụ na ịja mma site n'aha gị onye bụ Chukwu nke abịa ma
Good evening, Biafrans and lovers of freedom all over the world. I greet you this evening. I welcome you in the name of Chukwu Okike Abiama Premi Henine. As I welcome you this evening, please welcome others. Invite all lovers of freedom wherever they are found. Share this program as you are joining us this evening. As you are joining us, share the program and also like the program. Because when you share the program, it is guaranteed that this program is going far and wide. When you like this program, other people will be notified. So I indulge you to share, love, and like this program. Also, we are here live on IPOB Western Cape, South Africa Facebook page. We are also here in fact on Onyebuchi's Facebook page. We are live on our YouTube page, Onyebuchi or Onyebuchi. You can as well join us there. Fellow Biafrans, I welcome you this evening. This is IPOB Western Cape, South Africa Media. We are reaching you live from Western Cape, South Africa, Cape Town to be precise. We are here to speak nothing but the truth. We are without fear or favor. We are fearless before our enemies. We are not here to represent any individual, but to represent and to defend our motherland, Biafra. For us, is Biafra today, tomorrow, and forever. If you are offended by our resolve, we have no apologies For that, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of IPOB worldwide, and his position is uncontestable. IPOB is here to restore Biafra, and we are not going to be swayed until Biafra is achieved. Welcome to IPOB Western Cape South African Media, saying it the way it is. Yes, in this part of the world, we are without flaws, we are without sin. We do all our best to represent Biafra and to make sure that Biafra is restored before we leave this world. So you are joining us this evening. I am bringing you greetings from IPOB Western Cape. I bring you greetings from my coordinator, Mazi Innocent Anlia, the hardcore, a very, very, very hardcore. One who believes in Biafra, and one who is willing to do anything that Biafra may come. I bring you greetings from all the coordinators and the executive of IPOB Western Cape, South Africa. These men are hardcores. They deserve to be respected. Here we are completely adhered to IPOB Code of Conduct. We cannot do anything here in Western Cape, South Africa, IPOB, without first taking a dig into IPOB Code of Conduct. So I am proud to belong to this wonderful zone under the command of Innocent Alia Mazi. I welcome you once again. I say to you, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to some of you, depending where you are watching me from. My name is Mazi Onyebuchi. I am the host of this program, anchor of this page, IPOB Western Cape South Africa Media. By the grace of Chukwu Abiyama, I am the coordinator of IPOB Parklands Unit here in Western Cape, South Africa. We are working day and night to see that Biafra is restored, irrespective of the hurdles on our way. We are determined to restore Biafra. We are even willing to pay the ultimate price to make sure that our children and the unborn children does not witness in any way what we have witnessed. So when you see us saying what we are saying, behaving the way we are behaving, you may be wondering, what is propelling these people? Well, the answer is that we are not happy where we came from or where we are born into. We are not happy that we were born Nigerian. It breaks our hearts to know that we belong to a place that is called Nigeria, where there is only hate, where there is only jealousy, when people could not see you as a fellow citizen, but they see you as a threat to their existence. And all they do or think is how to get even with you. We want a country of our own, a place we have equal rights, a place we could call our own, a place we can beat our chest and say this is our own. That is the reason why we are fighting to restore Biafra. You want to be free, We want to be safe. We want to be sure that our children, our wives, and our aged parents are saved, even when we are not around them. We don't want them to be raped. We don't want them to be killed. We don't want them to experience any kind of evil coming from their fellow citizens. That is why we are fighting for Biafra. That is why we say, give us referendum so we can decide where we want to be, either to be with Nigeria or to have Biafra. But Nigeria decided to call it a declaration of war, in which they have sent all their terrorist military men on our soil to kill us, kill our innocent young men, murder our aged parents, rape our sisters, burning of our houses, our properties, our businesses, and rendering us homeless. Today in Biafra land, it will interest you to know that we have refugees. These refugees did not happen by chance. Their houses were burnt by their own so-called military. Nigerian military are going from village to village in our land, burning our houses, killing our innocent young men, kidnapping those they could, and disappearing those they could not. We are not invaded by a foreigner. We are being killed by our own so-called compatriots. Our fellow citizens are the ones who came into our villages out of hatred, out of resentment. They kill us, burn our houses, and destroy our properties with the help of some house niggers in the name of governors. Hope Uzodimma is a typical example of a house nigger. Hope Uzodimma is a typical example of a saboteur. Hope Uzodimma is a typical example of an enemy of his own people. Hope Uzodimma is willing to raise out all the citizens of Imo State and Ndi Igbo entirely, if that chance is given to him. Hope Uzodimma is willing to do anything for him to be acceptable by the Fulanese. Hope Uzodimma is willing to do anything to please the Fulanese. Hope Uzodimma is willing to destroy everything that could stand on his way to power. Hope Uzodimma does not take opposition easily. He killed, he maimed, he raised, he destroyed, and he do everything within his power to see that nobody questions him. And he has succeeded in breaking every political person in Imo State today. No politician has the balls to question him. So he turned to those that are agitating for Biafra. He turned to those who he perceived as oppositions, and he began to kill and to burn their businesses. Some communities in Imo State today, in Okigwe, could not sleep in their houses, in their villages anymore. They are running up and down. Some villages are deserted. Some villages are deserted. It will interest you to know. And the question you should ask yourself is why are they going after innocent children, burning the houses of people, destroying the properties of people? Why are military men going after those who does not have guns, who is not looking for them? Why have they refused to go after those who are killing them or who are fighting them? Why have they decided to go into the villages to kill the innocent? That is the attribution of terrorists. How do you know a terrorist? When you look at what happened in Israel in the past 48 hours, it's pure terrorism. That is what is called terrorism. That is the way they operate. That is the way they roll. That is their modus operandi. When a terrorist is in motion, is on the move, you know by his actions, he left nothing but pain, disaster, chaos. Terrorist is afraid to face those who are looking for him. Terrorists are looking for the weak. Terrorists are looking for the defenseless. Terrorists are looking for the old and children to kill them and make their statements. That is purely terrorism act. What you see happened in Israel in the past 48 hours is exactly what Nigerian military is doing in Biafra land for the past 2 years or more. They came in, killing the children, killing the mothers, killing the young men, defenseless, burning the properties, and taking hostages. They kidnap people, take hostages of people, they disappear people, and they feign ignorance of all these atrocities. This is what Nigerian terrorist military is doing. There is nothing different with them and the Hamas. They are different. You saw how the Hamas will condemn that act to the highest. Any right-thinking man would condemn it, irrespective of your religion, irrespective of what you believe. It is good for you to fight for your freedom, but why are you going after those who does not pose any danger to you? If those Hamas would have gone with, after the soldiers, if they have killed 1,000 Israeli soldiers, nobody is going to raise an eyebrow today. It will be totally military for military, bullet for bullets, death for death. Because anytime you signed to be a military, you have signed your death warrant. You have signed your life away. But why are you going after the innocent children? Why are you going to the innocent citizens of the land? Why are you killing those who are performing their duties, going about their businesses, who has nothing to do, who has no guns, who carry no guns, who impose no danger, no threat to you? That is terrorism. That is how they roll. The same thing that is happening in our land is the same thing that we witnessed in Israel in the past 48 hours. And we condemn that atrocity. We condemn that barbaric act. We condemn it. If you are looking for your freedom, go after those who is keeping you wherever you are. Go after the military. Go after the government. They are the ones who is holding you. So Hamas would have known whom to go after. They would have known that it is not the innocent Israelis that is holding them or that is fighting them. They should go after the military. A lot of them are standing every corner in Gaza. Go after them. Kill as many as you can. If you can, kill all of them. It's your business. They should retaliate by fighting back. But how can you expect an old woman to fight back? How do you expect an innocent child to fight back? How do you expect someone who has nothing to do with gun to fight back against one who is carrying AK-47 and assault rifles? You see, That is why we condemn it. That is why we always condemn evil. And we are as we are condemning it in Biafra land, we also condemn it in that which happened to Israel. And we said anywhere terrorism is found, it must be destroyed. Terrorists, all these terrorist military in our land, the land of Biafra will swallow them. Those who are burning our houses, those who are burning the properties and businesses of our young men, those who are kidnapping our young men, those who are disappearing our young men, those who are raping our sisters, those who are killing our innocent aged parents, all of them deserve nothing but to buy them completely. So Nigerian government, Nigerian military are terrorists. That is why anywhere they go, it's only bad news, chaos, sadness, mourning, murdering. They do commit all manner of atrocities. When they see those who carry guns, they run away. They can't face them. Terrorists are cowards. What makes you a terrorist is cowardness. Because you are a coward, you rather turn to become a terrorist. Because if you are not a coward, you should be able to go after those who are looking for you. Fight those who are fighting you. Why are you biting your nose to spite your face? That is exactly what those terrorists in our land are doing. That is what Hope Uzodimma is being installed in Imo State to be able to do. There is a video I want to bring to our screen this evening. This video has gone viral all over the places because this man cannot take it anymore. He's a priest. He could not take it anymore. He has watched, he has cried in secret, he has endured pains watching his fellow citizens being murdered by the same people that should be protecting them. He could not hold it anymore. He did not mince his words. He called a spade a spade. He did not speak in parable. He spoke directly, indicting Nigerian military for committing atrocities in Igbo land. And the question that is begging for an answer, where are the men? Where are the so-called Igbo leaders? Why are they not talking? Does it mean the life of those in Imo State does not matter? Does it mean that those in Imo State are not Igbo people? Why are they keeping silent? Where is Ohaneze? Where are they? Where are those politicians, senators, governors, and all the people that claim that they are Igbo leaders? Who would jump into the wagon immediately Biafra is mentioned? Their antennas will be standing like this. When they hear Biafra, kill Biafrans, or this, or any propaganda against Biafra, you see all of them granting interview on Arise TV. You will see all of them. Immediately, Biafrans or IPOB is being mentioned. Just is a propaganda, it's unverifiable, unverified accusation, unverified information. They cannot wait to dig into it, to be able to extract the truth. They will run with it to Channel TV, they will run to it to BBC Igbo or other channels that is broadcasting in Nigeria. And they will be shouting, criminals, IPOB criminals. How can you be doing it today? Where are they? This man has come out to say that Nigerian military are burning the houses, saying committing all manner of atrocities in Igbo land, in Biafra land, where are those politicians? Where are Ohanes and Igbo? Where are all the groups? What are they doing? What are they saying about it? And what are they doing about it? Are they keeping silent until we are totally and completely wiped out of the surface of the world? Why are they silent? Are they in support of these atrocities? Are they in support of this genocide that is going on in our land secretly? Nobody is talking about it. No media outlet is willing to talk about the atrocities, the deaths that is going on in Imo State, the killings of Hopus that Hopus Adema is committing with the help of Nigerian military in Imo State. Does it mean that the life of the Ndi Imo does not matter? Does it mean that the life of Ndi Igbo does not matter? Let me say it here. Hope Uzodinma is going to pay for all the evil that he has committed, all the bad treatment that he has meted on the people of Imo State, and by extension on the Ndi Igbo. Hope Uzodinma is going to pay. He is going to pay to the last. One day, every day is for the thief. One day for the owner. One day, monkey go market. He no go return. You are killing and destroying people that you are supposed to protect. The people that you're supposed to protect and make sure that their welfare, well-beings is your top priority. You have turned around to destroy them. Today, in your shenanigan you called campaign, you are still calling them to come and vote for you. If you finish them, who is going to vote for you? After killing all the people in Imo State, or Kigwe, Mbe, Onu, and all the places you've been committing all your atrocity, who is going to vote for you? Let me play this video before we continue.
All the environs
it's quite unfortunate. It's heartbreaking.
Now,
but we must continue.
Archdiocese have been under the mayhem of bandits in the recent past. The kidnappers have had their sway. Bandits have had their sway. Now, militarization of the environment is what we are seeing. Now, I want to sincerely request that our people should be saved. The Yoruba community is totally deserted. That place has become a ghost town, and Imo State government knows about it. Our community has been deserted for long now. Bomber jets have gone into this community and bombed that place 2 times. Helicopters are doing much harm than good in all these areas. I mean, the military moved from house to house, burning down houses. I condemn in strong terms the death of any military man in the hands of the bad boys in the society. But the military has a strategy which they use in fishing out bad boys in the society. Does it call to burn down every house in the environment before you can fish out bad boys in the society? Our people are in abject, terrible situation right now. I don't know how we are going to describe it. More refugees are coming out, more than what happened in the war. The military of Nigeria should take it cautiously. They should not be burning down houses like Boko Harams have been burning down houses in the north. I don't know whatever is happening. Is it a way of paying back the Igbos for what we have not done? This time around, you hear them speak Asa water, Asa water, Asa water, in cars, Asa water, in houses, Asa water, in shops, Asa water, thinking that we don't understand that language. Hausa, put fire, put fire, put fire, put fire, everywhere, put fire, everywhere, put fire. When you have put fire on all the whole places,
you don't hear it. This man is I don't know if he's a bishop or whatever, but he is a top church leader in one of those churches. And he has watched his diocesan or whatever they call them killed in their droves. He has witnessed the death of his fellow worshippers. He could not bear it anymore. Look at him. He's an old man. He has seen a lot. He witnessed the war. You can hear him when he said that more refugees are coming out now these days, more than during the war. What is he trying? He's trying to send a message. Do you hear that on media outlets in Nigeria? No. Do you hear it on newspapers? No. Do you know that we have refugees in Igbo land? You don't know. You don't hear all these things. They make sure that they close those things. They make sure that they cover it so that nobody will hear it. Why they are committing the atrocities in our land using Hope Uzodimma, using the likes of Hope Uzodimma. The likes of Hope Uzodimma is our modern day Afonja of Yoruba land, our modern day Ifajuna. But Hope Uzodimma is more dangerous than these people. Hope Uzodimma is more dangerous. Our people have been dying all this while, and nobody's talking about it. We are not fighting a war, but we live like those who are fighting war. Helicopters are flying all over the roof of the people. They bomb the people when they want to bomb them, kill those they want to kill when they want to kill. You heard him. Why is military not going after the bad boys? Does those men or those innocent women that they burn their houses, are they the ones who killed them? Why are they not going after the bad boys like the man really actually put it? The man called them bad boys. Let's use his terms, bad boys. Why is military not going after the bad boys? Why have they run away from going after the bad boys, then turn around and start going after the aged women, burning their houses, rendering them homeless, kidnapping those that are innocent, doing their businesses? You know what these people do? They go to the shop of our people. You can hear this priest said, Asa meaning burn it. They see a car, a nice car. You know, the video is not complete. He was talking about wherever they see a nice house, a beautiful house, they say Asa they burn it. That is what is going on in our land. This is going on in our land, in our own land, on a daily basis. All of us are in the city. Those who are living in the city, those who are living in diaspora, our villages are gone. We may not have any place to return to. If we allow Hope Uzodimma to continue, you that is watching me, if you allow Hope Uzodimma to continue, if you allow those terrorist military men in uniform to continue behaving like Hamas way, you may not have a home to return to. You must stand up. You must speak up. Anything you can do, you must do it. We must call a spade a spade. We must draw a line where those terrorist men and women in Nigerian military uniform cannot cross. We must be able to defend ourselves. Self-defense is your right. We have right to defend ourselves. You can see Israel today, they are defending themselves. We don't have to necessarily be Israel, have all the power, firework to defend ourselves. We defend ourselves with whatever that is available to us. We must not allow these people to kill every one of us. The only reason why they are not replacing, when they burn the houses of people, chase them away, and replace them with their terrorist Fulani people, is because we are not going to allow them to do that. If we are to build those in the Middle Belt, you would have heard that there is a village in Imo State today that is being occupied by the Fulanis. Probably it may be going on, nobody knows. But for now, nobody has come out to say that there are villages that Fulanis are occupying. Nobody has ever come to say that. But if we don't do something, if we don't do anything, if we allow the likes of Hopus Ademma to continue to walk around freely, to continue to call the shots, to continue to point and kill our people, then in the nearest future, this story will happen in our land. We'll have Fulani settlements in our land. They will take over our villages and rename it to a Fulani name. And you cannot do anything about it, because their target is to finish all our young men. Because these young men are the ones who defend the land. They defend their land, the land of their ancestors. When you look at what is happening in our land today, there is mass exodus of our youth out of Igbo land, out of Biafra land. So many people have left Biafra land. Those who are not staying, as some of them staying in Nigeria, but they don't return home only once in a year. Those who left for abroad, they stay more than 5 years before they can go back to their villages. Some, since they left for abroad, they have never returned home. Some 20 years, some 17 years, some more than that. They don't go home again. The only reason why they are doing all these things is because they have a template of driving us all out of our land, so that those their invaders could occupy our land and rename it. By the time we return, what happened to the Jews will happen to us. Do you know why Jews are fighting today? Do you know why Jews are fighting with their life, paying with their life, paying every day? Because there came a time in their life that all of them left the land. They left the land and migrated, just like we are doing today. They left the land and migrated. They only left the elderly ones there who could not travel. They left them. And before you know it, the elderly ones died off. And the Palestinians, their neighbors, you cannot see a land that is not occupied by anybody and you left it. Who are you leaving it for? They start to expand. They started expanding into Israel, taking control of the abandoned land, abandoned properties, and after thousands of years, when the Israels return home, the Jews return, they have no place to go anymore. Now, they are fighting to take back what belongs to them. They are paying with their lives. If we don't do anything, if we continue to allow the lives of Hope Uzodimma to drive us out. You heard him say the other day that they should re-elect him, that he has already negotiated with EU, European Union, to create over 40 jobs for them outside, not outside Imo State, but outside Nigeria. That he's going to give them visa so that 4,000 youths may travel. out of Imo State. He's not talking about how he's going to create job for them in Imo State. No. Because it's an agenda to remove them from their land and replace them with foreigners who will contend with them in the future, or rather with their children in the future. Do you know that so many of our people who left home, married outside, they will never return home again. If they died there, their children will never come back home again. Their lineage is closed. Their chapter is closed. Nothing about them anymore. Do you know that? That is the agenda. Hope Uzodimma did not tell the Imonites how he's going to create job for them, how he's going to make their youth to be useful and enjoy their land. But he is preparing a place for them in a foreign land, in another man's land, where they will be treated and seen as foreigners and be treated anyhow. And some people were there clapping for him. It's quite a pity. So this man is telling you something that has been going on in Imo State for a very long time, but the fact that he could not hold it anymore. He could not keep it to himself anymore. Hence, he decided to come on social media to speak so that the world may at least know that something like that is happening. Though we have been saying it, we have been hammering on it, crying, shouting, calling the attention of the world on what is happening in our land, in the land of Biafra entirely, complete. There is no land in Biafra that is exceptional. Everywhere there is death, anarchy, committing, being perpetrated by the same terrorist Nigerian military. Military is to secure the citizens, the lives and properties of the citizens of their country, not to kill them or destroy them. Why would the military go into the same country to burn down villages, to burn down the properties and businesses of people? Why would people? It's just like what happened in Israel. Israelis military will now turn around and start destroying the houses, burning down the houses of their fellow citizens, claiming that they are searching for the Hamas terrorists. No, they didn't burn any single house in Israel, but they caught all the terrorists that infiltrated Israel. They caught them. They didn't burn down any house. But if it were to be in the zoo, where militaries are, where terrorists are in uniform, they will see an opportunity to destroy their perceived enemies. They hate you. They hate you, and they are willing to do anything to prove a point that they hate you. It's just that you don't want to hear. I mean, you don't want to see, you don't want to read between the lines. I call on the people of Imo State and all the Igbo to stand up and fight this evil before it will swallow us up. Hope Uzodimma is completely a bad news. The land of Biafra has rejected him. As he is, as it is, he will never be buried in the land of Biafra because the land will vomit him out. He has wasted, has shed a lot of innocent blood without compassion. There is no compassion in his heart. When you see him speak, he resents his people. He hates his people with everything in him. Only that he is trying to suppress it, but we always see it in his face each time he's discussing about his people. He manages to cover it, but he cannot cover it. He hates us. He is with the enemies and he's not hiding it. He's standing with those who want us all wiped out. Hope Uzodinma is with those who want us exterminated. He is standing with them. Hope Uzodinma is ready to wipe us all out because he hates us, because he dislikes us, because he did not see us, or rather he does not see us as one of his people. Hope Uzodinma deserve nothing but God's case judgment, and he will get it. I'm telling you, you cannot kill your people without looking back. You cannot. Those old women, what did they do to you? Nothing. They don't even know what you are. They don't even know who. They don't even know you exist. Why are you killing them? Why are you burning down their houses? Some of them is the house that their late husband were able to manage and build for them. And those widows were living there, waiting for their ancestors to join their ancestors. And today, you have made them homeless. You have burnt their houses. They have nowhere to go. They have no place to live. When it rains, it will rain on them. When the sun shines, it will shine hard on them. It will burn on them. And you and your children will be living in your own houses, enjoying all benefit of life. We never forgive Hope Uzodinma for all these atrocities. We are waiting to see how he's going to be re-elected. We're going to see. We know that in the zoo, and everything is possible. Anything is possible, but we are waiting. We're going to see how the election is going to hold. We're going to see how they're going to carry out this election. All we are doing is watching. We are watching. What can we do? We can't do anything. All we do is watch and see events unfold. But as for Hope Uzodinma, he will meet his match very, very soon. Very, very soon, Hope Uzodinma is going to meet his match. And he's going to pay through his teeth. And when it's time, there will be no Fulanis there to fight for him. Only then will he realize that he has been alone all along. Only then will he realize that there is nothing like your own people. Your people is your people. They will always stand by you at all times. For those who are foreigners, who only want you to destroy your own people so that they can get whatever they are looking for from your people, they will abandon you when the going gets tough. And this awaits Hope Uzodinma in the future. Now, there's something that I don't understand. This thing has been going on since the last court case of our leader. Suddenly, we are beginning to hear that the case is finished. And some people were somehow celebrating it. You know? And they want Biafrans to understand that the case is finished. I'm not saying the case is not finished, but why are we counting our chicks before it hurts? Why are we now in the celebration mode when our leader is still there sitting in the dungeon? For all I know, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still in DSS dungeon, in the hands of the enemies. They have not released him yet. In fact, the Igbo American veterans uncovered a secret plans to murder Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which prompted a letter they wrote to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now, they wrote a letter to Ahmed Tinubu citing that there is a conspiracy, there is ongoing attempts in the life of our leader, Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And they want Tinubu to make sure that nothing happens to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now, why are some men or some group of people trying to sell a narrative to us that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is free? Why? Because I don't know. I'm so angry. The last court outing, I wanted to talk about the video, but yet I have not found the balance to talk about that video of our leaders' legal team addressing the world and the Biafrans, where they are trying to sell a narrative to us, a different narrative, completely from what we know, completely from what we are discussing. These men are trying to sell a narrative to us that somehow our leader is willing to work for the betterment of Nigeria. Then I wanted to remind Mike Ozekome, Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, and all the team. Look, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not were not kidnapped because he was fighting for Nigeria to be better. Ikonso did not die for Nigeria to be better. All the men, the 28 men that died in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu house, were not dead because they wanted a better Nigeria. All the men that died in Onitsha, in Aba, in Enugu, in Imo State, in Abia State, in Iguacha, and all the places they have murdered our men. All these sacrifices were not paid that Nigeria may be good. No. It's not so. There are men sleeping in the bushes. When it rains on them. When the sun shines, it burns on them. When a snake bites, it bites them. They are sleeping there from month to month, from week to week, from day to day. They don't go home. They don't know any business. All these sacrifices were not for the betterment of Nigeria. Never. It is for Biafra to come. So if Mike Ozekome is preaching, I don't know. I think Mike son, Mike Ozekome, I think he has a calling, a priesthood calling. I think he has a calling to be a priest. I think he will do better as a priest than as a lawyer. I've been watching him all the time. He is a preacher, a complete preacher. He doesn't do anything without preaching and trying to talk about superstitions. Because to me, everything he was saying or he said are based on superstition. As he was preaching on that day, I heard him, I watched him completely, and I couldn't hold my anger. I was so angry. And I said, why? How did we even get here? How did we get here that we brought men who have no business with what we are doing. Listen, you are a lawyer to represent your client. It's not to persuade him to change his ideology. It's not your job. Your job is to make sure that Nigerian government free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It's not for you to persuade Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to drop the agitation. As a lawyer, you don't have that right. You shouldn't sell the narrative to us. You are trying to bring our spirit down so that we will start thinking that we have lost it. No, we can never lose this battle. Even if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu drop this agitation tomorrow, people will continue. So don't think that you are trying to persuade Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You are doing everything. Instead of you to fight for him to be released, you are fighting for him to drop the agitation. That is why you are telling us how he's going to join hand and build a better Nigeria. What nonsense, stupid, better Nigeria. I ask you, can you go to a mortuary, get a dead body and revive it to come to life again? No. If you cannot do that, then you cannot revive Nigeria. You cannot make Nigeria anything. You cannot get anything better from Nigeria. Not today, not tomorrow, not forever. We want out. What Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wants is a referendum. If the people decide that they still want to remain in Nigeria, he has no right to say otherwise. But for now, you must give us the right to do that. It's called self-determination, as enshrined in your own constitution and in UN chapter. In every international law, self-determination is acceptable. It's not a crime. As marriage is not by force. If two people who are living together decided to go their separate ways, they go to court, it is called divorce. They will stand before a lawyer, a magistrate, who will look into their case and annul the marriage. You don't tell them, can I get out of here? Why would you ask for a divorce? No, we're not going to divorce you. You must kill each other. You must die together, even when you don't want to do that. Kill each other if you want to. No, it's not going to be done. If that is not possible, then why is Nigeria finding it difficult to grant Biafran's referendum? Why have they decided to see it as an act of war? When you say referendum to Nigeria, you are declaring war. To Nigeria, you have declared war only by mentioning referendum. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of IPOB worldwide. And we trust him with all our life. And we are always ready to stand with him at all times, as you have been doing for these past 2 years. We have never stopped standing by him. We have never stopped speaking and persuading the Nigerian terrorist government to free him. We have never left Mazi Nnamdi Kanu alone. And for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that I know, over his dead body, we hate drop the agitation. Because he has said it is Biafra or death. Give me Biafra or give me death. And he started by it. Has proven beyond reasonable doubt that he can never say otherwise. That is why he said, any day I start speaking something different from what you know, the next person should shoot me on the head. and he still stand by it. So Michael Zekome, your antics, your confusion, whatever you are trying to play into the minds of Biafra is not working. It's not working. Get Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out. That is all. Your work ends immediately. He walks out of DSS dungeon. It's not your business anymore. Whatever he wants to do with the agitation shouldn't be a problem with you. Whatever he wants to do with Nigeria, it shouldn't be a problem to you. Don't preach us because we are not willing. We have crossed the Rubicon. We have crossed the line. We cannot go back. We are now between the devil and the blue sea. The only thing we have now is each other. And we are going to stand by our leader. By the night, we stand with him. By the day, we stand with him. In the winter, we will stand with him. Summer, we stand with him. When it rains, we stand with him. When the sun shines, we stand with him. In all situations, in all circumstances, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is our leader. We will stand with him because we have tested him and now we trusted him. We know that he can never betray us. So don't sell the narrative to us. Don't bring cold into the hearts of Biafrans. So many men has fallen along the way because of your propaganda, because of what you are trying to achieve, just because you were contracted to come as to represent our leader in court. You have turned it to be the mouthpiece of Biafrans. No, you cannot speak for us. You are not a Biafran. You can speak for us. You can't speak for us. We are the ones that are being killed. We are the ones that are being massacred. None of your people has been massacred the way we know it. You people are happy slaves. You people are willing to be slaves in Nigeria. We said, no, we're not going to be. That is why we're being massacred. That is why your so-called Nigeria has turned against Biafrans. So you are not a Biafran. All you were contracted to do is to represent Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, not to preach to us. You are not our spokesperson. You don't have rights. You don't have the moral right to speak on behalf of Biafra or Mazi Nnamdi Kanu when it comes to our struggle. All you are contracted to do is to speak and defend him, then get him out of that place. Your job ends there. So don't come here and preach sermon to us. We're not going to. We are not ready to hear it. It makes us angry. It angers us. Man has died. Man has fallen. How many of your people has fallen? If you have not walked my walk, you will not know. He that wears the shoe knows where it pinches. Walk a mile with me, they will understand what I'm passing through. Until then, you watch, you keep silent and watch. Do what you are contracted to do. We are going to get Biafra. And what Biafra we shall get. No amount of intimidation, no amount of killing, no amount of death can stop us from agitating. If one man fall, 10 men will rise. It's an ideology. You cannot kill it. The only way you can stop this is by giving us a referendum. Let us go to the polls. Let us vote. Let us see who wants Biafra and who does not want. Let us see those who want to remain in Nigeria and those who want to leave Nigeria. If the number is high, then we can never talk about Biafra anymore. But until then, you close your mouth and face what you are contracted to do. Leave Biafra agitation alone. leave Mazen Kanu and his ideology alone. Face the criminal country you belong to that has kidnapped Mazen Kanu, that have refused to obey the court. Ask Mike Ozekome, where are we going to start from? Let's even talk about it. You want us to build you want us to join hands. You want Mazen Kanu and Biafrans and IPOB to join hands and build a better Nigeria. Let's even talk about it for a minute, for a second. Where are we going to start from if we want to build a better Nigeria? Are we going to start from the fact that some group of people see themselves as born to rule? Are we going to start from the angle that some group of people see themselves as more Nigeria than other people? If Mike Ozekome is advocating for a better Nigeria, where are we going to start from? It's a question that requires an answer. Will a Fulani man ever see an Igbo man or a Biafran as a human being? They will always see us and regard us as infidels. Are they going to accept us? Never. The answer is no. A Fulani man will always see me as an infidel. They will always see a Biafran as an infidel. They will never, I can never sit where they sat or be where they are, because they don't see me as something that is useful. The only thing they see me is as a slave. So you that is saying I should come and build a better Nigeria with Fulani, where do I stop? Is Fulani going to be in the equation? Or is a Yoruba man going to agree? Will a Yoruba man stop seeing Igbo man as a competitor? Because all the Yoruba man looks, whenever a Yoruba person is looking at a Biafran, all he is seeing is a competitor. Somebody he's competing with. Not a healthy competition, but a very unhealthy competition. A Yoruba man is willing to sell his life away just to get even with a Biafran. So if you are saying I should build a country with people who does not accept me, who does not like me, how are we going to coexist in that country where we are different persons who sees ourselves as different people? How? A country where Igbo man is not qualified to be a president. Is that a country you want Mazen Kanu to join hands and build to become better? Where are we going to start from? Where are we going to start from? Are we going to start from that this little oil in my backyard is what is carrying a whole giant of Africa? Everybody is depending on the oil in my backyard. Nobody wants to work. Are you saying that our relationship should be based on that oil? Okay, if our relationship is based on oil, if tomorrow the oil is dry, is our relationship going to flourish? Are we still going to build a better Nigeria? Mike Ozekome, there is no way that Nigeria is going to get better. You people should quit dreaming. How old are you? You should be around in your late 50s or thereabout. Since you were born, have you ever, how old are you now? And Nigeria has not become good. Nigeria have not become better. Nigeria have not turned to become something that anybody can say, yes, I can envisage that in the next 20 years or in the next 50 years, this country is going to become a wonderful place. You cannot even envisage that. You cannot even see it in the nearest future, because you must have to, if you are going to Lagos, for instance, you must first and foremost face the direction of the West. Face it and continue going. You cannot say you are going to Lagos and you're facing east, going down to Cameroon. How are you going to arrive? You can never arrive. If you want to go to Lagos, You face the west. That is the only way you can get to Lagos. If you are going to north, to Sokoto, you face the north. You cannot say you want to go to Sokoto, you face west. Go after going to Yoruba land. How are you going to get to arrive Sokoto? That is the situation of Nigeria. So if you are saying Nigeria is not even on the track. Nigeria is not good. You know, you people think that why we are looking for Biafra is because we are being marginalized, because we have not given a space to rule Nigeria, or because we are not this. No. These are not it. We are Indigo, and we are Biafrans. We are go-getters. The situation we have found ourselves in Nigeria is not what we want. That is why we said we want to go on our own so that we can build a place we can call home the way we want it, the way we like it, so that things could be run the way we please. That is it. That is the reason we are looking for Biafra. As it is, the people that make up Nigeria are different people who have different belief, who have different culture, who have different tradition, who have different religion, different food, different understanding. There is no compatibility between the north and the south. There is no compatibility between the west and the east. These are two parallel lines of people, two different people coming from different ancestors. Why would you want some oil and water to mix? Is it possible that you pour oil into water, then you start to stirring it, then after stirring it and you look at it, they mix? It's not possible. Immediately you stop stirring, the water will separate, the oil will go down, and the water will be at the top. That is what we are in Nigeria. And that is what we have looked at critically. Then we said, for how long shall we continue? Our fathers fought for the same thing we are fighting for today. Exactly the same thing, not different thing. That means that what killed our fathers may kill us if we don't do anything about it today. Nigeria killed our parents, Nigeria killed our ancestors, and Nigeria is already killing us. And we said, no, Nigeria, you cannot kill us. Not anymore. We want out. And you said, no, we're not going to go out. That Mazen Kano, Nigeria government should leave Mazen Kano so that Mazen Kano may join hands to work for the freedom, for the betterment of Nigeria. It's an insult, it's derogatory, and to me, it is unheard of that a man of you spoke the way you speak. It's unfortunate that I'm discussing this discussing this issue here in my program this evening. One of these days, I'm going to bring that video and play it in this program so I can analyze it better. But today, I just want this message to go to Michael Zekome's son. Biafrans are not happy with the last video you made, the last press press outing you went. We are not happy. We are not happy about it. We are not happy. The only thing we want to hear now is something that can uplift our hearts. Something that can make our hearts, because the situation we are into now is a dire situation. Excuse me. The situation we Biafrans are now is a situation that we don't know what to do. So many people are going cold. So many comrades are going cold. We don't need more ingredient. We don't need you to put more fire into already burning flames. Don't put fuel into it. All we need now is something that will uplift our spirits. That is what we Biafrans want to hear right now. Not something that will bring our spirit down. Don't tell us about that. Tell us that Mazen Mekano is going to come out, and don't come here to try to sweet talk us into believing that you have finalized with Nigerian government to release. If you have finalized with Nigerian government to release Mazen Mekano, they should. What is Mazen Mekano still doing in DSS dungeon? What is Mazen Mekano still doing there? Mazen Mekano is sitting in DSS dungeon. He's going to sit there until the 15th of December, 2023, which we don't know the next line of action. Maybe on December 15th, 2023, they may go on another vacation, which will push the judgment to next year, 2024. I don't know what people have in your sleeves, but we are watching. We are watching. I don't know the reason why they should adjourn that case up to the 15th of December. The case happened in September, October, November. Why did they have to put it? Why didn't put it in October to hear the case, to finalize the case? Is there anything that what is remaining? There's nothing. Supreme Court don't have nothing to do in that case. So why do they have to push it to December 15th? Why? That is a question that we are asking those lawyers who came out to preach to us. They left it there. They left Mazen Mekano there so that they can keep talking to him, pressuring him to drop the agitation. But Mazen Mekano told you, I am destructively stubborn. Don't think that keeping Mazen Mekano there is going to change anything. It's not going to change anything. We want referendum. Give us referendum. Let us decide what to do with our lives. You don't decide for us what to do with our lives. After all, we were not born when Nigeria was amalgamated. We were not part of it. Now we have come and we said we want to revisit the foundation of Nigeria. And you don't want us to visit it. You don't want us to go that lane. You don't want us to toe that path. Hence, you are doing everything to subdue us. But you can never subdue the spirit of Biafra. The spirit of Biafra is a stubborn spirit. It's on that never said die spirit. The spirit of Biafra is a spirit that can never be killed, can never be destroyed, can never be subdued. Get it? Know this, and then know peace. Give us referendum. Release Mazen Mekano. Allow him to go. We want to see him addressing us as a free man, not in Abuja. Not in Abuja, God forbid. But in Afaru Ibek, or in London, or anywhere that he wishes. But we don't want you to say, I will have released him, but he's going to stay in Abuja. No, we don't want that. If you do that, you are going to cause a very big trouble in Nigeria. If you release Mazen Mekano, you release him unconditionally. He doesn't have a case. He doesn't have a case. That is it. You cannot beat a child and you instruct him not to cry. You cannot kidnap a man and you still want to get a fair judgment. You went to Kenya to kidnap Mazen Mekano, and you think that after kidnapping him, subjecting him for torture and extraordinary and returning him back to Nigeria, that somehow you are going to get anything out of it. No. you are not going to get nothing out of it. You must release Mazen Kanu unconditionally, irrespective of the shenanigans, irrespective of all the tactics, no matter whom you have contracted, whether you have contracted one of his lawyers, whether you have contracted one of anybody that you, maybe the comrades, anybody that you contracted, you cannot change it. You must release Mazen Kanu. The Court of Appeal said so. And Supreme Court cannot say otherwise. They cannot base it. Where are they going to base it? Where is Supreme Court going to base their somehow turn it? No, there is no. We already know where all these things are going. The only thing you do is you are using delay tactics, trying to break Mazen Kanu. That's all you do. All the tactics that the Nigerian government is using is tactics to break Mazen Kanu so that they can work on him. But unfortunately for them, Chukwu Okike Abiama, who called Mazen Kanu, equip him good. And will never allow him to be broken to that level where you can work on him. Never. Mazen Kanu can never disappoint Biafrans. Never. He said it. I will not disappoint you. But you, rather Biafrans, will disappoint him. But God forbid that Biafrans should disappoint him. Nobody shall disappoint each other. We are with Mazen Kanu in all seasons, in all time. We are with him. And we shall stand with him. We shall stand by him. All Biafrans are there in DSS dungeon with him, in spirit. And that is why we are doing what we are doing. That is why we are here, speaking, calling the attention of the world to whom he may concern, to know that Mazen Kanu is innocent. There is no peace. For the past 2 years, there has not been peace in Biafra land. For the past 2 years. Some people are benefiting. Yes, I know. But it's fine. There has not been peace in Biafra land since 2 years. And you ask yourself, what are those who are in authority in Igbo land doing about it? In Biafra land, what are they doing? How are they fixing things? They are not doing anything about it. They don't want to fix things. There are people who benefit for the past 2 years that Mazen Kanu is inside in DSS dungeon. There are people who are benefiting from this and they don't want it to end. That is why they are fighting, doing the lives of war. That is why they are fighting to make sure that Mazen Kanu is not released. But Chukwu Okike Abiama will disappoint them. So the best thing that Nigerian government could do now is to release Mazen Kanu so that there will be peace. As you release him, give him date for referendum. That is all. That is all that we are asking for. Who said Nigeria is indivisible and indissoluble? Who said so? Human beings said it, and human beings is going to unsaid it. Now, Nigeria is divisible. We are saying it. Nigeria is divisible because it's human beings that are living in Nigeria, not animals. So a human being has the right to say, I am done. I want to go. It's only cow, llama. You will keep one place and they will stand there. As long as you keep food for them, they will never go nor look elsewhere. But human beings, we want to explore. We want to better things. We want to progress in life. If anything that is not progressive, we don't associate with this. That is the traces of a Biafra. So we are calling for the terrorist Nigerian government, the leader of the Nigerian government, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to use his office and do the needful. To release Abba Kyari, a drug baron, and today, in the past weeks, Sunday Boho is also freed by Benin Republic. Today he is in Germany. Why is Mazen Ekano still in DSS dungeon? Why? Because he's Igbo man? Because he's a Biafran? Because there is nobody in Biafra land that can say anything and the Nigerian government will listen? Because they refuse to come together and unite and speak in one voice? Is it because you have planted your stooges in our land as governors and politicians? Is it because you have bought over Ohanes and Igbo? Now you think you can do to us as you pleases? Mazen Ekano must be released. That is what I'm saying this evening. He must be released so that there will be peace, a lasting peace in the land. It is not calm in Igbo land today. The whole Nigeria is feeling it. Today is Monday, I guess. Were you able to go to Igbo land? No. Were you able to cross to Biafra land? No. Why? Because they are the sit at home. So that means it affects you somehow. Sit at home does not affect Ndi Igbo only. It affects all Biafrans. It affects all Nigerians. So the better you know this, the earlier you know this, the better for everybody. Release Mazen Ekano so that peace could return back to the region. Because as long as you keep Mazen Ekano, there will never be peace in the entire Nigeria. Never. Mazen Ekano is not like any other. You can't keep him. After kidnapping him, you think you can keep him? You can't keep him there. You can't keep him. So you must release him so that we'll have a lasting peace in our land. Let me play this video again so that you see what we are passing through in our land. These are the men that are supposed to be speaking for us, but look at what they are doing. This.
Rock of Ages. How you can I call Lion of Judah? How you can I call El Shaddai? How you can I call Nurihe? Oh, yeah. Nambia Kalije. On your see, more lower. I'll get a boot here. Then make a take it on you, so that would be a piece. That was the
most of them man.
Every use of them man. Ask for all the days. There's a back of God. There is a the whole 259 autonomous communities and 259 traditional rulers. Every record and illusion. Here, Kaibere. Now, hang on, I want a monster.
Some of these non-entities, some of them, the military are in their villages, burning, abducting, kidnapping, and disappearing their innocent community members. Some of these men. But look at what they are doing. He is calling about a lion of tribe of Judah. Today in Israel, Israel did not call the lion of tribe of Judah. Israel stood up and faced what is facing them. But you can hear him praying, saying the lion of tribe, your name is the lion of tribe, that is that, waiting for miracle to happen. Stomach infrastructure. That is them. Those guys you see there. Those guys have sold their generation unborn because of pot of porridge. They have sold the entire communities because of monetary money, because of money. Monetary benefits. These are the men without honor. Some of them, their villages are gone. They say they are Olu. From Olu. Olu is totally, completely gone. Deserted. Fear everywhere. The same governor that did all, or that is doing all these things to them, is the same governor that they are pouring curses on people that will not vote for him on election day. And you ask yourself, how did we get here? How did we get here? That we have such people as traditional rulers. How did we get here? I think the worst thing that have happened to us in the Igbo is this autonomous nonsense. Because it has made all manner of non-entities to ascend to to power in our land. Autonomous nonsense. You see a criminal. Yes, I am the autonomous community king. Everywhere autonomous. Only Olu, they have 100 and something. That means each village in Olu has autonomous community. And you see them wearing that long ropes with caps, with the whatever they have on their head. You think that they have anything honorable. There is nothing honorable about these men. These men are disgrace to their family. These men are disgrace to Igbo land. These men are disgrace to our culture, and they are disgrace to our tradition. Ask them. When last did their young men visit the village for Christmas or for any event, for Iriji? How long? When was the last time? This time that all the communities in Igbo land is doing Yam Festival. How many of their young men return home for it? Their villages are deserted, and they are here with their useless staff, cursing the young men who would say, no, you people, your time is over. Very soon you are going to leave us. Allow us to fight for our future. They are there pouring nonsense cases on them. Ask them, how long? When was the last time their young men returned home for any event in their land, in the community? They're supposed to be the eye of the community. They're supposed to be the representatives of the community. But what are they doing today? They are only representing their stomach infrastructures. That is what we have in Igbo land today. That is what happened in all the communities. All you can see there are those stomach infrastructures who only care for what they can eat. They don't care whether they are community, the community, whether they are dying. They don't care. Just make sure my stomach is filled. I am not hungry. Go and take anything you want to take. They are the ones that are not engaged. Any of them that will go out to vote for them, he will not reach home. He will die on the way. He will die on the way. The same Hope Uzodinma that this priest is talking about the atrocities he is committing in Okigwe. The same Hope Uzodinma. The same Hope Uzodinma. This useless Ndeze gather here to lay curse on those who may say, no, I'm not going to vote for Hope Uzodinma. You ask them, why are you people not talking about the atrocities that Hope Uzodinma in State? Who is calling? Hmm? Oh. No, I can't this corner. None of these elders, none of these leaders is talking about the deaths that Hope Uzodinma has brought in Imo State. None of them. None of them is discussing it. None of them has developed the balls to call Hope Uzodinma to order. None of them has developed the balls like this priest here to question the military and ask them, why are you killing my people? But they are very, very fast to come on that place where they are to lay curses on the indigenes of Olu. The same cause will return to them and to their family. As IPOB, as Biafrans, let us always remember to put our leader in prayers. We have to. Then the Igbo, the Igbo veteran of America, the American military, they had a revelation that Nigeria government want to buy Mazen of the Kano. They want to buy Mazen of the Kano. Let us put our leader in prayer. Whatever you do, anytime you want to pray, do not forget to pray for our leader. I don't know why some people is so funny. You are calling and I'm declining. You keep calling. When I decline, you know that I am busy. So put our leader in prayers. Do not forget to do that. It's very, very important. So that the enemies will not be able to carry out their plans. These 2 months that they remanded him in prison, in DSS dungeon, you don't know why they did so. His lawyers are celebrating, counting the egg before it hatches. Everybody wants Mazen Kanu to be released, but we cannot fold our hands and go back to bed believing that the job has been done. As Ifeanyi Ejiofor wanted us to know, believe. He said done and dusted. And you are trying to celebrate on ripe victory. That is total nonsense. Total nonsense. You cannot do that. You must have your client with you before you can be done and dusted. You cannot just come and say done and dusted when your client is still there in the hands of the enemy. You are done and dusted. What if you wake up tomorrow and you hear that they have tied your client? What are you going to do? What if you come tomorrow? Okay, that day, yeah, they got that day. They tell you that the court cannot hold because of one technical problem or the other. We are going to remand him for another 2 months. Is still going to be done and dusted? It's not going to be so. Somebody is calling me on phone and I am declining. He keep calling. Hey, so that is it. So if Ifeanyi Ejiofor, you have made a statement that we are not happy about. We are not going to relax. In fact, this is the time we should be more awoken. We